Hi guys, so this is Cheyenne from CDB Nails and Beauty. We're going to be doing something a little different today where I will be doing a voiceover. So today I have the nail dipping powder kit from Fleekin Perfect Nails, also from, I believe I'm pronouncing this correctly, Lavoir. This set contains a primer, a base coat, a top coat, an activator, a brush saver, 10 gorgeous dipping powder colors, a 120 grit buffer block and nail file, as well as a 180 buffer block and a nail file, a dusting brush, as well as a cuticle pusher. So let's get started. So I first applied a cuticle remover and let it sit for about 15-30 seconds, and then used the cuticle pusher that the kit contains to remove any of the dead skin that was stuck on my nails, considering I haven't really been swatching or taking care of my nails the past few weeks. As you can see, there wasn't too much to get rid of, thankfully. The tool works great. It wasn't too sharp or anything, so it wasn't cutting into my nail, which sometimes does happen when I use other cuticle pushers, but this one I was good with. Then I used the 180 grit file to shape my nails a little bit more, since I haven't really done filing on my nails. I also used the 180 buffer block to kind of take off the shine on my nails, and this way it makes it easier for any of the product to stick to my nail and last longer. After filing and prepping my nails to start using the product, I did make sure to wash my hands thoroughly and to dry them thoroughly as well. Now, each bottle has a number on it to pretty much tell you the order of how to use them, which I think is pretty cool. So you start with the first one, which is the primer. This ends up kind of like dehydrating your nail to making it so that it's a nice clean, dry surface and there's no leftover residue from soap or oils or anything like that. Out of the 10 powders that it comes with, I decided to use the one that's called In the Nude, which is a very, very pastel pink nude powder. I like how this one is very neutral, and it's the closest one I felt like in the set that you could use that would be closest to clear, I guess. Now, the box doesn't actually come with this, but because the containers of powder are so full, I couldn't put my finger into it to dip it without having extreme overflow. So I had this old acrylic one from a different set from many years ago, but if you don't have something like this, you could probably just use any sort of like small bowl. Next step is to apply the base coat. Now, you want to do this part one finger at a time. So you apply this very evenly as much as possible. Try not to get it on your skin. If you do, try to get it off with like a cuticle stick or something like that prior to dipping. I also make sure when I apply that first coat of base coat that I don't bring the base all the way up to my cuticle. I leave a little bit of a gap so that on the second coat I can go and fill that part in more. I do this because I feel like it kind of leaves more of a thinner edge where your cuticle meets the acrylic, and it also makes it easier when it's time to file. This way you're not hitting your cuticle and damaging your cuticle with the file. That doesn't happen so much if you're using a nail drill, but since that's not what this set comes with, I prefer doing it this way. So after applying my first coat of base coat, I gently dip my nail at a 45-degree angle into the powder, wait about 5 to 10 seconds, and then remove my finger from the powder. I gently tap my finger to get rid of any of the loose powder, and then repeat these steps for each finger. After I finish dipping all of the nails for that first coat, I then let them dry for about a minute or two, and then I gently dust off all of the excess powder that was left on my finger or on the nail. I then repeated all of those steps again, starting with the base coat, and then the dipping, and then dusting off any of the excess powder for one more coat of the acrylic. You can do 3, but for me, my nails were good and pretty opaque in just 2 coats. These were my nails after the second dip. Apply the activator liquid to all of your nails on both hands and underneath the tips of your nails. You then wipe the activator brush thoroughly on a paper towel or a lint-free pad for each application. This way you don't get any loose powder on your brush that goes back into the activator bottle. Once the activator is dry, the surface of your nails will feel kind of on the rough side. So I end up using the 120 buffer block, which is the purple one, to gently buff all of my nails until the surface feels a little bit smoother. I also use the 120 grit nail file to touch up any of like the side walls or the front of my nail that have any hangover acrylic. I then dust off any of the powder that was left over from the filing and then do one more coat of the activator. And the last step is to rinse your hands with warm water. Do not use the soap, and then dry thoroughly and apply 2 coats of the top coat, making sure to leave about a 5-minute dry time between each coat, and then you're done. So this is the end result. What do you guys think? I'm really happy with it, and I think the product works great. I love that the whole set comes with 10 different colors and there's a ton of product in them. It has a great price point, and it lasted on my nails for about a week and a half before I started seeing some lift and growth. The one downside is, though, for me personally, is that I really wish it came with a clear acrylic powder. Aside from that, I think that's my only con. Please be sure to check out the links in the description box below, and there's also a discount code in the description for you to purchase this as well. Well, that's it, guys. I hope you guys really liked this video, voiceover and all. I don't think this is going to be a constant thing or a new thing for me, but I hope you guys liked it, and thanks for watching. Bye!